Okay, the trip to Wisconsin and Minnesota is underway. Here we go. We're going down Potomac, turning left on Yellowstone. We'll soon be turning left on Lyle as we begin our trip. Here we go. We're driving on the road. This is scene one. There's a car approaching, and we're halfway into this first clip, 28 seconds into it. Coming up to Royal Boulevard now in a moment, and it is there that we will take a left as the trip to Wisconsin and Minnesota is very definitely underway. Here we go. All right, as we drive here, we see that see inside the car here there are some CDs I'll be listening to. John Denver and We Believe. This is the worship team that led our worship at the ILF in the Philippines a couple of years ago, or last year. There's an atlas, road atlas. There's my glasses case. And look at that. There is it's not really the script, it's just the list of what to film. And I'm going to be following that as closely as possible. And down here we have a cassette tape. There's my Apple iPhone cable, USB cable. There's my wallet. There's my earphones. Now we're coming up here to Randall Road, and notice that we are going to be turning right here on Randall Road, going north and continuing our trip north here on Randall Road, and we're coming to an end. Alright, this is a great opportunity to look at the environment. Notice over here on the right side, or on this side, we have a lot of forest, a lot of big, large trees, like oak trees, like probably some elm trees in there. A lot of things to film here for the environment. This is beautiful. And over here on the left side, or the west side, we have a lot of farmland. Looks like, I don't know, some kind of crops over there, maybe cabbage, or I don't really know. But a lot of beautiful environmental shots. Here is the new hospital in the distance, but over here on the right just looks like some wild grassy filming area, or a wild grassy fields, and just a beautiful area of the environment. Here we have inside the vehicle now, and notice up here in the dashboard up there we have speakers. There's one of our speakers, that little hump down there. And then across the other side there's another set of speakers, or another speaker. And here's I'm going to remove this paper. Here's the radio and CD and cassette player, place where those things are available. And this is the place where you can turn the radio on. There's the on button, and you can go to AM radio and FM radio, and you can play a CD, different CDs of music, and even people talking. Or I know Eric likes hip-hop. I'm sorry, he likes rap. I guess he would call it gangster rap. Heidi, and there's Ben and other choices. So that's the radio kind of up close. I think it's that time in our trip where we need to look for the Wisconsin state sign. Welcome to Wisconsin sign. It's going to be coming up here at some point, and I don't know exactly where it is, but we're certainly going to look at what we're doing right now. We're on Highway 12, and I know that the sign comes up here at some point. I don't want to miss it. I also don't want to like speed past it. So that's what we're doing here. I'm going to pull off the road just for a minute because I want to make sure that I'm going to have the right timing here as we look for the sign. Now you can see, like right over here, there's well, you can't see it too well. There's a way station up here, but we continue to look for the sign. Thankfully, we are approaching what looks like the sign, and yes, I see several signs on the right, and there is one that says Welcome to Wisconsin. You can see it right there. That was the Wisconsin sign, welcome to Wisconsin. And so that's a highlight of this trip and of this film. Here we're filming here some Wisconsin sights. This is actually a lot like in Illinois, where there was a lot of forest, a lot of greenery, grass. I'm filming now because it's going to get dark soon and there won't be much that we can see then. So I want to get in this film clip, this one short clip of Wisconsin sights. I knew a man named Lester Sights. I have a friend and a colleague named Sarah Sycamore Sights, but these are Wisconsin sights. And beautiful, just beautiful Wisconsin hillsides, countrysides. Wisconsin is known as America's dairy. Over here you see more hillsides. Here we go. Going north on 92nd Street. It's about 8:10 p.m. and we are approaching. Here it is coming up on the left. This is the entrance to Luther Manor, where Grandma and Grandpa Fosshager live. And I'm making the turn now into Luther Manor. This is a very nice healthcare unit for Grandma and Grandpa. And now I'm going to make my way around a little bit to the back. Here's a quick look at the sign, kind of the directory for Luther Manor. And we'll continue on now, going around to where Grandpa is, and we're going to be seeing Grandma almost right away. Now here's Grandma Fosshager, and Grandpa is going to feed Grandma some ice cream. It looks like peaches and ice cream, peaches and vanilla, peaches and cream. And there's Grandma going in for the first big scoop. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Do you need some help, Mom?
Well,
She does okay.
I think I can manage.
Yep,
Okay, Mom, great. Well, we're here at Luther Manor, and we just spent some time talking with Grandma, and we also watched the Brewers on TV. They lost tonight 6-3. And then we had some peach sundaes, and here's Grandpa, and he might talk a little bit about those peach sundaes tonight.
Hello, Brett. I wish you were here. We really enjoyed having you here 2 weeks ago. But Mark mentioned the peaches, delicious peaches that Mary sends us from Harry and David out in Oregon. And we had peaches tonight. We brought some peaches and ice cream over to Grandma. But we used to have a peach tree where we used to live years ago on Wisconsin Avenue. And the peaches, the tree was just so loaded with peaches, the branches would just lie on the ground. And oh, they were good eating. Yeah.
Thanks, Grandpa. Now we are leaving Luther Manor. We had a really nice time with Grandpa last night, and peaches and ice cream, as you saw on the last tape. Now we're leaving Luther Manor, and we will be leaving Wisconsin. And so this is our next tape. This is our next tape, leaving Wisconsin. You can see we're crossing over 100th Street on our way out of Luther Manor area in Milwaukee, and we'll be leaving Wisconsin. And here we go. Kind of slow this morning because I'm tired, just got up. Now we're driving to Minnesota, and there's some kind of a mill or factory over there, We're driving, we're just north of Madison, Wisconsin. We're driving on Highway 90 and 94. The weather is actually kind of interesting. It's been raining hard, but now it's raining more lightly. And there's actually a little bit of sun out right now. Not completely cloudy or rainy. There's a sign from Wisconsin Dells, Deb. And so now we're driving through the center of the state of Wisconsin, and we are on the road to Minnesota. And this is sign Wisconsin Dells, 33 miles. It's actually more crowded on the road. There's more traffic on the road. I think you can see that ahead, more than I would have thought on a Saturday morning. And here we continue. You can see some school buses. We are definitely on the highway to Minnesota. There's some beautiful farm country over there, some fields of crops. And this is a little kind of a straight stretch of highway here, although you can see somewhat hilly on the sides, but just a very beautiful part of the landscape. Here as we go through the midsection of Wisconsin. We'll just let the scenery speak for itself here. Driving through Wisconsin to Minnesota. This sign says Minnesota Rest Area Travel Information. We are crossing a bridge here. You can see this is part of the Mississippi River. The trees that you see ahead, off in the distance there, straight ahead, that's Minnesota. We are crossing the Mississippi River. We've seen part of it already. Here's another sign, or here's a sign that says Mississippi River. We're crossing this river. There's some more of it. And when we get to the other side of this bridge, and we're almost there, here we go. We are entering Minnesota. Look at that bridge down there. That boat, I mean. We are in Minnesota. Want to film some Minnesota sights. Look at this beautiful mound, this big hill to the left, covered by trees. We're driving alongside of the Mississippi River, which is to the right. I'm going to pan the camera out so you can see that here. I missed it. We're driving along. I'll show that to you in a minute. Driving along fairly steep hill on the left. The road work is a little tricky here because they are working on the roads. Filming here some Minnesota sights as we go along the Mississippi. There's more of the river out in that direction, over on the side here. So we continue entering Minnesota. Yeah, we're in the line here at IKEA, food line. This is eating out, going out to eat. We're still eating out here. See, these are the Hansons. There's Chris, he's the big man. Dawn. There's the food cart. There's little Nora. Okay, I got beverages that I might choose from. Good. All right, here's our final but longer viewing of the restaurant. We're eating out with the Hansons, and this is Chris and Dawn Hanson and their children Jack and Nora. And we'll kind of get in a little bit closer now, so maybe if they want to say anything they can. I know Chris is really ebullient tonight and wanting to share his thoughts, and Maybe, I don't know, Dawn, would you like to start with just 10 seconds of comments?